Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Denergy Load and welcome back to another episode of Sakura Spirit. And last time, we saved the Foxgirl from the water and we were about to kiss her, but we got something even better. We got to cuddle up with the Foxgirl and now, let's see how it continues. A few minutes later. Alright. After that little incident, we finally gathered inside a room that, judging from the layout, was the kitchen to have Maiko's soup. Despite the younger Kitsune's easygoing attitude, humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning a little from embarrassment. To think a girl will tell me such a thing. Quickly shaking my head to clear the thoughts from my mind, I turned toward the elder sister of the duo. The soup is delicious. Is Maiko-chan the one who usually cooks this in this household? Yay, I'm glad you like it, Takahiro. I don't usually cook, so I made a few lucky guesses. Nice. It is rather delicious, Maiko-chan. Perhaps you can do more cooking from now on. It would allow me more time to lounge around. Well, the first step to getting your wedding sash is to become a good housewife, and that includes cooking. Man, I added a little in amusement to Machiko's comment while I took a sip from the soup. For a few lucky guesses, the dish came out pretty well. That's true. I'll learn how to do all the cleaning, and I'll cook for you, and I don't know what else, but it'll be fun and learning. Maiko, stop saying that. You know very well that it will be pointless for you to marry Takakun. The villagers do not know him, and despite us, they would never craft a wedding sash for us. That's not necessarily the case, Machiko-chan. It is clear you're not from this time or place. The village does not tolerate our existence. They hate us. They would never do a favor for us. Aw man, that face. A favor for a favor. All we got to do is find a way to make the village accept you both. But I'm afraid to be able to find out how to do that. I'm going to have to learn more about the village itself. The pale-haired woman shook her head slowly, her ears sinking down against her head as she did so. Oh. It is not that simple. They would never trust us. Humans and Kitsune cannot get along in the long run. I am honestly surprised that you have tolerated us this long. Man, you're not that bad. I mean, for the boobs, you can tolerate everything. Everything is for the boobs, guys. For the boobs, we can take everything. I would be glad to be proved wrong. And you're free to stay here as long as you wish, until of course you grow wary of our ways and leave. One-sama, please don't speak like that. Takahiro wouldn't do that. Would you, Takahiro? Of course not. A guy like me wouldn't abandon someone just because they are different species. That's not the way Gushikin Takahiro does things. However, I do recall the village elder telling me that it's not just Kitsune. Humans and spirit have been on bad terms for as long as they can remember. It would be a good idea to discover why it became like that. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure if we get along with these two spirit girls, with these two fox girls, we can get along with the spirits, why not? I cannot recall. There is much information that is concealed even to someone like me. Alright. Most spirits keep to themselves these days. There are one or two exceptions, such as Tsuyuri, strong spirits who come and go as they please, but mostly they stay to their world. We cannot. We are stuck in the human world, for better or worse. Huh? I never even knew that. Even I am learning stuff now. Well, since Tsuyuri is said to dwell at the shrine within this forest, we could visit her for some ideas. Oh yeah. No, we do not need to go to see her. Absolutely not. No, I don't want to go see Tsuyuri. I don't want to go. Man, why not? That face. I was slightly taken aback by the childish way of speaking that Machiko suddenly used. It almost reminded me of when I used to be told I would have to visit the doctor as a child, complaining and throwing tantrums along the way. But she's the only one who could be able to provide the answers we seek. I do not want to go. Tsuyuri is a fiend, and I dislike the idea of spending time near her. She can't be that bad, and if anything happens, I'll protect you. Oh man, ladies hunter incoming. Fine. If it really means that much to you, I will show you the way to the shrine. But you will enter the grounds alone. I don't want to go anywhere near her. You're on your own there, Takahiro. Can I come, One-sama? Absolutely not. I forbid it. You're not to come with us under any circumstances, Maiko. Okay, One-sama. I'll stay here, like you said. I'll be here in the mansion. All alone, unprotected, all by myself. Who knows what might happen to me? I could get trapped under a bookcase and die. Or sleep over a banana peel and die. Or get bored and die. Of boredom. Because I'll be super duper bored sitting here alone in the same place I sit inside day in, day out. Yes, I get it. Fine, you can come along, too. But you must be on your best behavior, Chibiko. Not running around, no talking unless spoken to. Hey! And she got her emotions back. Still, despite the cheerful exclamation of Maiko, I couldn't help but wonder what happened between Machiko and this Tsuyuri for her to react so strongly. Yeah, dude, she has some kind of dark past or something? Of course, little did I expect the answer to that question would soon be provided. But first, I decided that it would be a bad idea to spend some time with the Kitsune to get to know them a little better. Well, I do got 2 weeks till I got to be back in my world, so there's no rush to meet the Tsuyuri yet. How about we do something else instead? I'm sure Machiko-chan will like the distraction. Well, anything to keep me from that place longer is good. How about you take Maiko-chan and go fetch some dessert for us? Dessert? There are oranges, apples, and a small vineyard to the rear of the mansion, and I can whip up some cream to go with them if you like. Sure, that sounds simple enough. Let's get us some delicious fruit, Maiko-chan. Okay. As Maiko led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed a little quiet, like something was playing on her mind. I wanted to ask her what was up, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung told me that it wasn't the best idea, so I decided I would simply try to cheer her up. So, which do you prefer, Maiko-chan? Apples, grapes, or oranges? We can gather all three, but I bet we can sneak a few ourselves first. I guess apples? I knew a Kitsune spirit before, a friend of One-sama, who loved apples. I can't remember her name though. I guess my head's just a little bit hollow. Apples are pretty nice. Hard on the outside, sweet inside. And your head isn't hollow, silly. If that was the case, I would say I would still be stuck in jail under the care of the Tsundere tyrant. Yeah, she saved our lives. That's cool. One-chan did most of the thinking though. I just sort of went along with that what she said. Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm still grateful for your help all the same. How about... I playfully raised a hand to flick Maiko's forehead and exclaimed with a grin. See? No hollow sound. I'm sure there's plenty of clever thoughts in that pretty head of yours. Oh man, we're going with the girls hunter moves here. You're gonna fall. Nobody resists Takahiro's charms. Alright, let's keep going. Ow, big meanie butt. Oh, she didn't like it? Man, I guess the moves didn't work then. But at least you're reassured now. Anyway, let's get those apples, shall we? Okay, I'll get them. You go grab that collecting bucket. Alright, let's get down to business. Exclaiming cheerfully, I I went to grab one of the buckets that was near the apple trees, and returned to Maiko, who had started climbing into a tree. Oh, so she can climb. Nice. Well, she's a fox girl, so I don't know if fox can climb trees, but she's probably good at it. The girl looked like she was climbing well, but her handholds were risky at best. She began testing apples to see if they were ready to fall, holding on with just her legs. Maiko-chan, be careful, you might slip. Oh! The girl had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did play it up for the girl too. Haha, I'll be fine, Taka. I've been climbing these trees all my life. Even the most experienced climbers end up getting in accidents if they aren't careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, lowering the apple I caught into the bucket. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a kitsune, a spirit. I won't fall. I'm in super safe. Watch. I'll go for the apples near the top. Oh. Wait, Maiko-chan. Unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those. Fly? I can't do that, silly, Takahiro-sama. Whoever heard of a kitsune fly? Oh, she fell. Of course, just like I expected. The moment Maiko tried to reach for one of the higher apples, the girl ended up losing her footing, and with a loud cry of surprise, tumbled down towards the ground. Maiko! Quickly, my reflexes kicked themselves into gear, trying to catch the girl before she fell onto the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't keep in mind some of the apples that were scattered over the grass, as a result causing me to trip over them, and while I staggered, I was able to catch Maiko before my imbalance caused the two of us to drop straight onto the ground. Okay. Incoming fan service, guys. Fuck. I know that something ecchi is coming. Some ecchi moves are coming, right? My head was throbbing once. I had recovered from the spill. I moved to sit up, but I found myself pinned by a small but substantial weight. So she's on top of us, I'm pretty sure. Man, I knew! Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Maiko-chan resting on my lap. Oh. Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's pretty damn cute, though. Yeah, she's fine. Yeah. And those boobs. Oh, man. Okay, that's enough, guys. Enough. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Owie. I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro. You saved me. And you gave me a soft, well, kinda soft and kinda hard landing. Oh, what is she meaning with hard? Something hard? Okay, guys, let's continue. Maiko-chan, do you mind? You're crushing me. Ah! Oh my gosh, Takahiro, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. As the younger woman began to become quite flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, I tilted my legs beneath her, and she toppled forward, her head resting against my chest. Well, maybe we've learned that kitsune are just a little bit clumsy. Or maybe we've learned that Maiko is even cuter up close than I thought. Oh man, you got the ladies man movement. What? Takahiro, I think you're mistaking me for One-sama. Nope, I'm clearly talking about you. You have that innocent side to you that is really charming. Dude, this guy is... Man, this guy... this guy is all a ladies' man, dude. I wouldn't be surprised that once the misunderstandings with the village are solved, you'll have lots of people wanting to claim you as their adorable Imoto. Oh man. Oh man. This dude, she's on the boat already. I would happily call you Oni-san, Takahiro, but lots of people in that village are super meanie pants. I just want to spend time with you and with One-sama. Man, we already got her. Yeah, she already fall for us. I'm pretty sure. Oni-san, and who's to say I don't want to be called darling instead? Darling? I don't know if I'm ready. Be gentle. I don't know if I'm ready. Be gentle. Really? I'd say we'd be a cute couple. The hero and the kitsune living happily ever after with your Onesama around. Raise a little family. We already got a house, so we don't have to worry about that. And the guy in my world will kill for a pretty wife like yourself. Oh, dude. Dude. You might want to reconsider going back to your world. Yeah, with those terms, you might want to reconsider if you even want to go back to the other world. Inwards, I chuckled, knowing all too well that my teasing was taking effect. And yet, I was also happy to see that despite her embarrassment, the Foxgirl's spirits were seemingly lifted. Hehehehe, thank you for saying so, Takani. Oh, we got to be called Takani. I think Take-kun would be better, Machiko-chan. Machiko-chan likely will disapprove of competition in the elder sibling role. But I'm glad you cheered up. You seemed rather down earlier. Like the way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a poor scolded puppy. Huh? Oh, right. I was just thinking is all. You know that spell I wanted to try? The one that needs the silky wedding panties? Wedding S-A-S-H. It's the type of belt that a bride wears during their wedding ceremony. I doubt any spell involving panties would be a good idea to cast. Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night. But anyway, the spell. I don't know why, but I've wanted to try it for a little while now. And well, it's a gate spell. Not like activating one, that's easy, but actually making one, a portal to another place. It certainly sounds like a fascinating spell to perform. But shouldn't you ensure it's safe first? Silly Takani, that's not important. The spell, it might be able to help you. It might, but it could just as well send me into the middle of the sea, drop me from the height of the Mount Everest, or trap me into a volcano. I think that we should be a bit more careful with your magic. Yeah, actually, pretty much a lot of the earth is made out of water, so we could land up anywhere. Alright. I'm a good mage. That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had a solution for their water shortage. Huh? What Atlantis? A city with high ambitions, sunk deep by poor management. Anyway, I would think it's best we get an expert's opinion first. We're going to visit this Tsuyuri anyway, so maybe she'll be able to tell us if your spell will get me home. Wah, but Su-chan tells me I shouldn't use magic at all. She said it was her domain to use or something. Maybe she has a reason for saying that. Like maybe, I don't know, spells have side effects? You're just like Onesama was at first. She forbid me too, but I showed her spells were helpful and I can control them, so she let me do more research. I'm not going to just throw spells around like nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid. Well, alright. I'm not going to try to forbid you from doing anything. You're most likely old enough. Cause, well, I don't know how young a foxy girl like you might be, but beware the dark side of the magic. In most stories, magic usually has some nasty effects down the line. Like what would do if using magic gave you a terrible tummy ache or a headache or diarrhea, then you better prepare a teleport spell to the toilet. I do get headaches, but those aren't really all that big of a deal. And I get to be helpful to Onesama, and I'm not going to change that at all. So there. I already mentioned you didn't need to change that. However, what you do need to change is the fact that you're straddling me and you're rather close, so I would appreciate it if you could get up. Oh, But you're so warm and soft. Oh, I could just curl up and sleep on you. Wait, don't go falling asleep. Just teasing you. I would not do that out here. Maybe tonight though. Only fair, since Onesama got to do it. But more importantly than all that, dessert! We need to get back inside. Onesama is probably wondering where we got to with these apples. I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. With a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered the few fallen apples into the bucket and stood myself. We returned to Machiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Maiko-chan started to feel sleepy, so Machiko took her to bed, wishing me a good night. The next morning. Alright guys, this is a good place to leave this episode. Thank you all everybody for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all again, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video.